Hey guys, what is up? Phoenix here. I'm back again. Today going over the preliminary list of patch notes for patch 0.8.0, which is the patch we've been waiting for quite some time and will feature a wipe. So let's jump into it straight off the bat. So there are several major things that are being added and being changed around within this patch. So to start off with, there will be a new basic tutorial. What this means, who the fuck knows, but there will be some semblance of a tutorial which will help people getting into the game, which is always a good thing. Loading and unloading ammo rounds now requires time, so you can't just take in 300 rounds and just load them instantaneously. It does take time. There is no animation, but there will be later on down the track. Character doesn't initially know the number of cartridges in the magazine, so you can't just hit your inventory to check how many rounds you got left. You got to take it out, fill it around, put it back in, and there is now a skill associated with that. So, what is that skill? It's mag drills. Let's jump into the list. So, mag drills. So it speeds up ammo loading, unloading, and magazine checks in inventory. The elite level allows you to check the whole mag when you move it into your inventory and makes loading even faster. Pretty cool. Will change the gameplay dynamics quite substantially. There is now a black version of the Ops Core Fast helmet. Pretty cool. Will look banging. More customization is always welcome. There is a visor toggle mechanic for the visors in game, featuring both audio and visual effects and adequate protection. So pretty cool. So up and down levels will have their own protection, which ties into something we'll see a bit later on. There is a new quest reward. Pretty cool. So you can unlock items for purchase through quests, which actually gives you reason to do a lot of the quests, because a lot of people, myself included, max their traders out, stop doing quests. Pretty decent. Hopefully though, the quests won't be as grindy and pain in the ass as they were, but who knows. There is a new type of trader barter, so you can now barter for dog tags. Be interesting to see how this works, if it requires certain levels or whatever. A new tac vest featuring armor plates. Pretty banging. Pretty cool, and is the start of the whole modular armor system that's been touted for quite some time. And anti-aliasing is being added in both 2 and 4x variants. Thank Christ, this has been something that has been required and needed for some time. Hopefully it actually works. Moving on to kind of some more new stuff. New location, Interchange, which is a large shopping mall, essentially. That'll be really cool. A new location is always welcome. It'll be really cool to see how the dynamics apply with that, and whether or not it actually works, because we all know Shoreline and the issues that we had when that was first implemented. There is a wide range of new mods, gear, and armor. This includes weapons, though it's not included on that list, so it'll be cool to see what these are. Not too much has been said about these as of yet. Fixed bugs when bots try to attack the people who left the raid already. Not really that big of a deal, as are most of the other bug fixes. Optimization of Shoreline. Client and server optimizations for handling physics, reduce network latency. Now I'm kind of just skimming over those because we've seen those in pretty much every previous patch, and there really hasn't been any, so hopefully something has been done, although I am skeptical. Moving on, this is all those bugs I was telling you about that have been fixed. Nothing that really affects anything. There is the scav exits on factory that have been fixed, but the rest of it is pretty non-important. So we're going to skip all of that and go straight down to the changes. All mod slots and weapon inspector are now displayed on a single screen without requiring scrolling. Awesome. This has been a quality of life change that's been asked for several times over the last month. It's really cool to see Battlestate actually listening to people for a change. Additional exceptions to installation of mods on weapons and equipment. Don't know what that means. Oh well. Rebalance of trader unlock. Hopefully that's for the better. Ammo rebalance. Again, hopefully for the better. Hopefully Battlestate release a table as well to save people from having to data mine for 6 months, which has already been done. So we'll see how things go with that. Rebalance of items value, their characteristics, and occupied cells, so their size. This seems to affect most things: weapons, armor, mods, gear. So it'll be interesting to see, because there is a lot of things that take up way too much space in game. And there are a lot of ways to abuse the size system by putting 2x1 scopes on 1x1 attachments, and you now have a 1x1 scope. Go figure. And just a chance of item spawns, so that's been played around with a little bit. Partially redesigned rewards for quests. Removed skill rollback. Yes, so skills no longer decline and deteriorate, which is a massive addition, because that has pissed off quite a lot of people. Added missing numeric values to weapon characteristics, so these are now quantifiable with numbers. Always welcome. Improved rendering of weapons in modification mode. A welcome change, but not necessarily required. Bitcoins now be stored in money cases. Awesome. Saves people a lot of hassle, especially late game. Flashlight ray was replaced with a more convenient one. Yay. Fixed PMC spawns at factory, assuming this means blinking's gone, because nobody liked blinking. And Skier's first quest is no longer going to be the bullshit fort and Kiva one that it is. Thank Christ for that. Movement of weapons and hands when turning becomes more lifelike and more tied to weight and weapon ergonomics, so you can't spin around on a fucking dime, which is cool. That will greatly change how the game is played, along with a few of these other mechanics. There is now a face hitbox, so you can be shot in the face rather than just the head. This is especially, I guess, relevant with the Kiva, so that'll be really cool. And it'll be the cause of a lot of bullshit deaths, or a lot of seemingly bullshit deaths. Redesign the sound of thin movements on metal. Yay! There is no more tap dancing. Base recoil has been increased by 20%. I have to see how this plays out, because recoil in the game, some people like it, some people don't. Realistically, it is a little underwhelming, but recoil RL isn't as bad as it is portrayed in a lot of games. It's quite controllable. Different sound settings for active headphones, so the contacts will actually have different sound settings. Pretty cool. Interface adjustments to improve readability of text, another quality of life thing. Fracture when hit increased by 10. Fracture after fail increased by 20. So leg meta is going to return and return something fierce. Aim punch has been strongly reduced, and mods now have various micro icons. No word about meds taking time in this patch, which is interesting. So maybe that's not quite something we're going to see just yet. But there is a lot of really, really cool shit in here and stuff that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully we'll see this patch at some point over the next week or so. And this event and wipe can all happen, because we're all sick of it. So fingers crossed this happens soon. There will be some more stuff as the patch draws closer that's added to this list, and I'll cover it when it does. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, queries, doubtful points, chuck them in the comments below. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.